Greetings and welcome. How are we all feeling at the moment? Today's topic is on intentions, and we don't always realize how hurtful our intentions can be. We don't always realize that there is a cost because it will always affect someone in some way. And that's where opportunity cost comes in. When you realize how destructive or hurtful, how it can affect some people. Remember, your intentions can be fueled by things like obtaining a reward, achieving a goal, or avoiding punishment. And when you act on those things, then you don't realize that you're hurting someone in the process. And when someone says, "Oh, I'm hurt," you say, "Well, that wasn't my intention." But you have to keep in mind that opportunity cost. Remember, we choose to act on our intentions. An intention cannot be hurtful or destructive or affect anyone if you don't act on them. Remember, they're just motives, they're motivations, and they are usually driven by our decisions and our instincts as well. And we need to understand that if you act on an intention, there will be outcomes and consequences for that. And even if that wasn't your intention, you didn't think it through enough to understand how it's going to affect others and how it might damage some people, it might hurt some people, it might even cause self-sabotage or self-destruction to happen as well. It's completely in your control how you act on these motives. And we say that there's no such thing as a negative intention. And this is only because we benefit in some way. Someone always benefits, even if it comes at the cost of someone else. A negative intention does not mean that it is a bad thing necessarily, because a positive intention can be a bad thing. But we say that there's no such thing as negative intentions because there is always a positive benefit, even if it's coming at the cost of someone else. There is always a positive benefit for someone, even if it's for the self. So we say there's no such thing as a negative intention. But a negative intention, as I said, doesn't always have to be a bad thing. It could be negative towards yourself, but positive towards someone else. If you're sacrificing or compromising, then your intentions might change a bit. Remember, sometimes we do the opposite of what we intended to do, and we don't always realize it. And when it happens, we think, "Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That's not the outcome I wanted. That's not how I meant to react." But we become so busy in our minds, and we don't always focus on the decisions that we're making and how our motives can lead to certain behaviors that can also be destructive. And we do the opposite because of innate instinctual motivations. So we may have an intention to look after our physical needs, but it may come at a cost of someone who is reliant on you for their specific needs. So it's very difficult because sometimes we don't always do what we intend to, and it does cause a lot of pain. So clearing up miscommunication can help a lot. And remember, act on kind intentions, because that's the way to foster growth and healing, and it's a good way to change your motives so you don't always have these negative motives, these bad motives, these self-destructive motives. Act on kind intentions. If you have a good intention, if you have an intention to give someone a compliment, give them a compliment. It really helps change your mindset and the way you view your decisions and how you interact with people. And resist acting on intentions that may hurt others. And even if you really want to gain out of it, think about how it's going to affect other people. Before you ever act on a motive or an intention or anything like that, ask yourself first, who is this going to affect, and is it going to hurt anyone? Because if it does, then don't act on those intentions. Even if there's a bigger reward or there's a bigger chance of avoiding pain, we have to realize that we're all equal and no one deserves more pain than the next. So resist on acting on malevolent intentions and hurting others, because it can have a really deep, lasting effect, and it can change the way you view your reality, the world, and other people. When we get into conflict because we do something that we didn't really intend to do, but we did it anyway, and we don't really know why, and now there's a big fight, and now there's conflict, explaining your intentions can help heal conflict. If you say that it was not my intention to be malicious or to hurt you or to manipulate you or to disrespect you, then it may help the other person see a different side and say, oh, they weren't intentionally being hurtful, they weren't trying to make me feel bad, they just had other motives. And that can help, because intending to hurt someone is a lot worse than hurting someone and not intending to, and then clearing up the miscommunication. And that can help heal the bond, the connection, the relationship. And be competent in how you communicate your intentions, because it's all about how you frame it. If you frame an intention wrong, then it could still be seen as a hurtful or destructive intention. So remember, it's extremely important how you communicate them. And it's all about how you bring it across. If you say, well, it wasn't my intention to hurt you, then it's going to kind of seem like it was. But if you say, listen, it really wasn't my intention to hurt you, then it's a different story. You see, it's all about how you bring it across, how you clear up the miscommunication, and how you explain it to someone in a respectful way with an apology if you need to. Remember, intentions can be innate. We all have the intention to survive. We all have the motive to eat, sleep, have safety, have warmth, have our physical needs met. So sometimes those innate responses can be pretty strong, especially if you get addicted to something like sleeping a lot. Then your intention may be to sleep a lot, but you don't realize how negatively that's affecting your life and your productivity. So they can be innate, and a lot of our innate intentions are for survival and to be able to sustain ourselves in this society. Intentions can also be selfish. There are intentions that people create to hurt others for their own gain, but they don't care. They don't care how many people they hurt, as long as they fulfill that motive. And that's why intentions can also be very selfish, especially if you're the only one benefiting from your intentions. Our moral compass determines our intentions. If you have a strong sense of what's wrong or right, you won't have the intention to hurt someone. But if your moral compass is a bit off, and you might struggle with psychopathy or sociopathy, then you may act on those hurtful intentions. And your moral compass does guide you, through how you act on those intentions, how you form those intentions, and how you communicate those intentions to others. So remember, intentions can be used to hurt others, but it will also benefit a lot of people. It's all about how you act on them and how strong you are with regulating your responses. So remember, you are unique and valuable. Take care of that stunning person. Stay strong wherever you're from.